What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel today. I appreciate it very much. I'm out here today at a new body of water. Now, this is somewhere that I've never been before, and I'm actually fishing a 1v1 Bass Slingers tournament, online tournament, which is a link tournament. And I posted a video where I fished one couple weeks ago. It was really fun, but I moved on into the next bracket because I did win that tournament. So what do? I guess I decide to come to a new body of water when I'm fishing a tournament, right? Doesn't make much sense, but this is a pretty cool looking place. Like I said, I've never been here before. We got some shoreline vegetation, got a little bit of stain to the water. It looks really good. This is a trolling motor only lake, but I got the Ranger with me. We're gonna put that bad boy in. It looks very froggy. It looks like we might be able to catch some on a buzz bait. I'm pretty excited. I always love fishing new bodies of water. And this is like 147 acre impoundment. And maybe it's got some bigs in it. Got one other boat here. I don't know. Let's see if we can catch them. Let's get that boat put in. See if we can get some bigs. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead, drop this trolling motor. I'm very excited. I love fishing new bodies of water. This water has a pretty good stain to it. Looks very buzz baity. So that's what we're gonna try to throw. Got the black buzz bait on here. Let's see if we can catch them. So we got that trolling motor kicked up way on high for some reason, but I don't really understand why I got the blades bent so much on this buzz bait. They are bent big time. Don't need that much paddle, but we're gonna start right up here at the dam. Yeah, we got good clarity. This just looks like buzz bait heaven. It's a very long, narrow lake, so it's narrow, but it goes back very skinny from what I can tell on the map anyway. So really cool. Supposedly it has a bunch of stumps in it. I don't know. I've never fished here. Don't really have any intel from anybody. I haven't talked to anybody about the lake or anything like that. So we're gonna put the old net right here where we can get to it just in case we need it, and I hope we do. I do see some pads over there on that side, which is cool. But hopefully we get a great digging, and hopefully we don't destroy our boat in the process. Oh, big bass underneath of it. Oh, that was a nice bass. Just come underneath of it. Let's see if I can flip up there and get him to bite. That was a nice one. Not real sure why he didn't eat it. I mean, he came all up underneath of it. Well, he might didn't eat it because of that. There he is. Oh my God, just broke him off. Freaking 3-pounder. That's no good. Well, might be a flipping deal. I mean, that was a 3-pounder. He would have been a good one. I saw him come up behind that frog. He come up and looked at it. Daggone it. That was my fault. I just hit him a little bit too hard. There's one on the frog. Off that stump. So that's another stump. This is a small guy. We're not even, well, you know what? I think they got to be 12 Or actually, I don't think there's no length limit, I don't think. But he might be over 12. All right, that little guy is gonna score at 11.5 inches. In the tournament, they don't have to be 12 inches. They can be any size, so yikes. We don't want him. We do not want to have to use him, but that's okay. That's a fish. That's the first one in the boat, and it is a frog fish. So that's exciting. One thing I will say is both my bites came from stumps in close proximity to vegetation, to pads, so that could be a pattern. We're gonna figure them out. There's one. Oh, did he come off? Oh, he come off. He wasn't very big, but that was a bite up there in the thick stuff. I pitched way up in there. And the fish was up there in no water. He was probably a pound. My hook just happened to perfectly get hung in there. Where's my line? He's on it. Got it. All right, so off the front of a pad. Oh my goodness. He is a little guy. We are not gonna put him up there. No way. He's tiny. Lock the boat down right here. Well, we did get another bite, although he was very much on the small side. He bit it and was swimming out with it right off front of these pads, so I guess that's a little encouraging. I just brought it right off the front and he bit it. I'm gonna pitch over here to this wood. And it looks like just a ton of wood out here. Little stumps and stobs sticking all up. We're probably gonna throw the old swim jig around that. It's definitely shallowed up here, 2.9 foot. All right, so just picked up the good old swim jig. This is the same swim jig that I was throwing a couple weeks ago when I lost that absolute giant, and when I did catch those fish in that other lake where I did that 1v1 on against Matt. But you know, the fish aren't biting very good. This is a little bit more subtle approach than that chatterbait, so we're gonna throw this a little bit, see if we can get bit on it up around this wood and these stumps. I won't have to worry about getting hung quite as much with it. And back here in the back, there's stumps out here in the middle everywhere, so I don't know if it's going to stay, you know, a really big flat or if it's going to deepen up. Not real sure. So we're gonna go along this side right here, see if we get bit, going down around this wood, and we're going to keep at it. Hopefully we figure out some kind of bite. It's been pretty tough up to this point. There's one. That stump on the swim jig. It's a good one too. Get in here. There we go. On that swim jig. I mean, that thing will get them when you got some shallow wood. I don't know if y'all can see that little piece of wood right there, but that's what he was on a stump right there. He came out and absolutely smoked it. Put the talon down. Let's get our phone. Alrighty. Thank you, bud. There we go. 15.5 inches on the swim jig. Hadn't been throwing it long. That is a good way to get a doggone big one. Swim on away, bud. He wants to jump. He might come up and jump in a second, eat his mouth wide open, but all right. If we can get bit like that on these stumps, I will definitely do that as long as I need to, because there's stumps out here everywhere. Good deal. All right. All right, I'm not even gonna lie. That excites me. That excites me a little bit because we tore our trailer all to pieces, but if they will bite the swim jig, we have potential to catch a hammer. That was a blue crawl trailer, so we're gonna put that one back on. I had the legs dipped in a little bit of chartreuse. I'm actually gonna black that line out a little better too. And that thing's just representing a brim, and these fish might be up there around these stumps like garden fry, even though I haven't seen it, or they might be up there spawning or whatever, and this thing come by and they just smoke it. That's awesome. Let's see if we can get another one. He come right there off that. There's one. Another little teeny guy. But another one on the swim jig. Man, where are the big fish at? Where are they at? That one. It's a little bit better one. Get in here. Up here on this point, another swim jig fish. I mean, he's worth putting on the board. He's definitely not a magnum, but we'll drop the pole. There's one for the board right there. Long, skinny guy. I can tell he is going to be a wild one. He wants to flop all over the place. All right, 14 incher. There it is, swim jig. Thank you, bud. Right here on this point. I mean, perfect place for one to be. We're definitely gonna need some bigger fish to be able to keep moving on. But that's okay. Don't really know how smart of an idea it was to come to a lake that I know nothing about on the day I have a tournament. I don't know how smart that was. But I like fishing new places, breaking them down. And I don't like nothing easy. I like things to be hard for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. Make you a better angler. got it. Got him that time. Yep, that's a good one. Come here, get in here. There we go. That fish was up there on a bed. That's the first fish that I've seen on a bed. He was aggressive too. He's just sitting up there by that stump. Nothing super big, but we're getting there. Nice little aggressive bass. Get my phone. This will be number 4 on the board. All right, 14.5 incher. There you go. Thank you, bud. Here he goes. Well, we found an aggressive one. Missed him the first flip. He come back and roasted it on that second flip. It was right there by that stump. I saw him sitting up. He was just sitting like right above the stump there. Good deal. Let's get us a little sip of something to drink. And let's get back to fishing. All right, we ain't thrown the buzz bait in a while, so let's pick that bad boy up. Let's get some of this stuff put up so we don't just get all tangled. But we're gonna throw that buzz bait some. I just believe if we can get a fish to come up, look at that, I was saying don't get tangled, and there we go. I believe if we can get a fish to come up on the buzz bait, I believe it'll be a good one. So hopefully we can get a fish to come up. You know, a couple fish have come up and touched a frog throughout the day, but I didn't get any takers on the buzz bait earlier. I threw the wacky Cinco some, nothing. I was thinking maybe they'd be on a wacky bite, but that didn't seem to be the case. So we're gonna throw the buzz bait a little bit. I hear some brim popping all up in the pads. Maybe this bite has turned on some since it's warmed up and the sun has gotten up good. Oh, and there was a bite. There was a bite. Hadn't thrown it but twice, I believe. That is good. It's either a fluke or a good sign. One of the other. Several fish are coming up on the buzz bait, but they're not eating it. I don't know if it's because of the black or what, but we're gonna get right and change it over, because I done had like 3 or 4 bites on it. Might need to just change it over to white. So that's what we'll do. Sometimes little changes like this can make all the difference in the world. Switch over to white. Had too many fish just come and kiss it and didn't eat it. So see if white is what they want. Yep, that's a good one. Don't come off. Yep. I mean, you talk about blasting it. That fish choked it. I don't know if I should swing. We're gonna swing. Oh no, that was dumb. Oh man, I thought he had it good enough. Whew, that was stupid. I thought he had it good enough. God knows, got the net right there. I mean, got it right there. Don't do that, boys and girls. Don't do that. Probably a 3 3/4. And I mean, he smoked it when he bit it too. That was so dumb. I mean, he had it like in his mouth good. I don't know why he came off, but oh, there's another big one. We might have just made the right move. Well, he ain't nowhere near as big as the other one, but I need to drop that pole right now. I mean, he ain't nowhere near as big as that other one, but that's all right. Maybe we're back here in them. I mean, because that's 2 bites quick. And we just switched over to that white. Man, I messed that up. I messed that up. Where's my phone? Here we go, 15 and a half incher on that buzz bait. Maybe we have figured something out. I hope so. That was really stupid trying to swing that other one. I mean, he had it engulfed. I don't know why he come off, but he did. But we're not gonna do that anymore. You know, what do you get a net out for if you're gonna freaking swing them? I've lost tournaments like that plenty of times before. Hopefully that's not the case this go round, but just switched over to that white. Oh man, let's get him. Come here, come here. Get in here. Alrighty. Daggone it. I mean, he was right up there shallow by that bush. All right, we figured him out. We have figured him out. All right, 15 incher on the buzz bait. We are getting there. We're just making not smart decisions at some points. Good decisions on the bait switch, but bad decision on the boat flip. That fish was up there in 0 water. We're talking 0. Little guy bit it. There's one. Oh God, there's a big one. Don't come off. Got him in the net, baby. Yes. Up here in this grass. That's a big one. That is a good one. Man, we would have had another pretty good one. Right up here in this grass. I mean, we pegged him up there in the top. I had just gotten a bite the cast before that. Nice. There's a good one. There's a good one. All right, he will help. Right up here by this little stick. I mean, up in no water. Good deal. Here we go. 19 and a quarter incher. Before I let it go, let's double check and make sure it went in my cue there. 19 and a quarter. We got it. That's a pretty fish on the buzzbait. Thank you, bud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There she goes. So up here in this little grass. Nice. I mean, there's none of this little grass in the back. So I don't know if maybe this grass has something to do with the fish. Keep my phone nice and cool. Put that back. We netted that sucker. We didn't take any doggone chances. So could have had 2 big ones today on a new body of water, but hey, that's all right. All right, so I'm out here at the boat right now, and I'm actually prepping for another tournament that I have coming up tomorrow. Going to be a really good time out on the river. But in regards to this particular video, you know, I went out to a new body of water fishing a tournament, and it wasn't really the smartest thing, because these types of tournaments, these online tournaments, obviously you're fishing against somebody that's fishing, you know, their best stuff, absolutely their best stuff. So in the first one, I went to somewhere where I really thought that I could catch a good bag, and I did. This particular one, I just really wanted to go to a new body of water and fish it, and just that day I decided to do it. So I ended up with only 79.5 inches. I definitely could have had more if I hadn't have tried to boat flip that one really nice one on the buzzbait, and if I hadn't have broke off that 3+ pounder earlier in the day. I actually probably would have been really close to that 90-inch mark, which is what my competitor ended up having. He had 90 inches even. So I got dropped down in the bracket. We do continue to fish on a little bit more, and actually the way you win this particular tournament is whoever has the least losses throughout the bracket. So we're moving on. You know, didn't get the win, but the next ones that I fish, I got to definitely be on a body of water where I feel like I can catch 90+ inches. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you enjoy these style of videos, please comment down below and let me know. And, you know, like I said, hitting the water tomorrow, trying to bring y'all a lot of good content. Tournament season is getting ready to get fired up. Our Thursday afternoon tournaments are going to get fired up. So they'll be coming here shortly. But, you know, until then, I really, really appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Gunfish TV.